everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Ungrownups video transmission. I'm your host, Mark, and today we're going to be taking a look at the NECA Disney's The Lone Ranger figure. Now, you guys will know that just a couple reviews ago, we went ahead and reviewed the Tonto figure because I had just seen the movie over Christmas, kind of dug it a little bit, and really wanted to pick up the figures from it. So my Toys R Us only had the Tonto figure. They had 3 or 4 of them. There's really no other places in town that sell these figures, so I thought I was going to have to go to eBay or Amazon, where this figure with the mask on is going for about $30, $25 to $30, considering he's only $15 in stores. And the new Wave 2 version without the mask, exact same figure without the mask, was going for $16. You can't have a Lone Ranger figure without the mask, so I didn't want the Wave 2 version. But I didn't want to pay $25 or $30 for this figure. So yesterday I happened to take a trek to our mall that does have a Sam Goody in it, and the Sam Goody does have a toy section. Lo and behold, they had one figure, this one, and not only did they have him, he was marked down from $14.99 to only $9.99. So not only did I actually luck out and find probably the only other Lone Ranger figure in town, but I also got him at a discount. So as you can see, pretty boring back. It's got just a picture of the figure. No other cross-sell stuff, no other like write-ups or anything like that. But here you have it. You see everything he comes with. He comes with his soft, pliable cowboy hat and both of his pistols. So let's get this guy cracked open and take a closer look. Okay, so here we have Lone Ranger opened up and out of the package, and he's fully kitted out. You can see that he is holding both of his pistols, and of course we've got his hat on. Now the hat's really cool in that the of course you saw in the package that the hat of course is removable, but it's like a very soft, very velvety kind of plastic. It's got a nice weight and a nice thickness to it, but it's also very pliable, so you don't have to worry about it gives a lot, and it has a lot of good stretch to it, so I don't think you're gonna have to worry too much about paint rubbing on the forehead or anything. If I did have one complaint right out of the package, it would be that I would have preferred for his coat to sort of hang straight and not really be flared out. I mean, it looks kind of cool and posing because it looks like you have a little wind or a little action going on there, and I'm sure that's what NECA was going for, but I'm just not a big fan of it. I would have preferred it hung kind of straight down. I do like how it really does expose the holster right here on the front. You can see his other holster here. Just wanted to show that off real quick. So why don't we take a look at the articulation on this guy before we get into some of the zoomed in details. Okay, looking at the articulation, you have got the head on what looks to be like a ball joint. So you got a nice range of motion there, both upwards, downwards. And on the arms, you've got nice pin socket here at the top of the arm. So you get a nice, at the shoulder, so you get a nice 360 there. You can go up pretty far and go down. Really nice there. You have a single joint. Nope. Pin socket at the elbow, which is very nice. You have that on both arms, and oh yeah, and a little ball joint at the wrist. So that's really cool too. Sorry if I'm sounding a little froggish. I'm a little under the weather today. You have a very nice thigh swivel and pin socket at the top of the thigh, so you can't get. Lobby dog, you can get a pretty good range of motion up there. I really like the legs on these NECA Lone Ranger figures because they do a really good job of hiding a lot of the articulation points. So you have another pin socket at the knee, really good joint there. And just like with Tonto, very well hidden ankle joints. I think that's a bonus of any figure that has long, baggy, sort of over the boot cuffed pants. So you really get a nice range of motion there as well. So why don't we zoom in and take a closer look at the head sculpt and some of the finer details that NECA has sculpted into the Lone Ranger. Alright, starting off with the head sculpt, I will say that it's a very passable head sculpt for me. You know, once you get the hat on, sorry if you guys can hear my little man, right? He's in the room with me today helping me out with this review. Once you get the hat on and with the mask, I say it's a very passable Lone Ranger head sculpt. It certainly doesn't, to me, look like Armie Hammer, the guy who portrayed him in the film, but But for me, it's certainly passable. Once you get the hat, once you got the mask, you know, at first glance, he's a Lone Ranger, whether it looks like Armie Hammer or not. So I'm gonna let them slide on that. Now, I do know that the Wave 2 of this figure is the exact same figure without the mask on. Probably would have to pass on that figure. I certainly didn't want to get it because the head sculpt is not strong enough for me to want to have this figure with the mask off. You can see nice, soft ties for the mask at the back of his head, which is pretty nice. You can also notice, if I can lift the head up, that the bandana around his neck is a loose piece. It's not sculpted onto. It's loose, which is really nice. Moving down here, underneath his lapel, you can see the U.S. Marshal badge right there, his brother's badge. Is it his brother's badge or is it his badge? I don't remember. I think it's his brother's badge. Pulling back the coat a little bit, you can see that the vest on underneath leaves a little bit of the shirt hanging out. So it is a separate piece, as you can see. I'm able to move it. So the vest is what at first glance looks sculpted on is actually a secondary piece. You can see the nice detail on the belt. Sorry, it's a little dark. It's starting to get cloudy. It's starting to cloud up outside, and looks like it's about to rain. So I'm losing my daylight. You can see the holsters there, which work. And I do want to see if I can slide in one of the pistols right here, so I can show you. You can see there how it tucks in there really nice. The other pistol right there, other holster right there. Let's see if I get that pistol in. This one's a little more round on the side, so so it seems like a little more difficult to get the pistol in. What do you think, Nicholas? You like this figure? What's he know? He's only 9 months old. He doesn't know much. Some very nice detail, I think, sculpted into this figure, and overall, I think it's just great to have a cowboy and an Indian in my collection on my shelf. So I'm very, very happy with it. So why don't we zoom back out, see how he stacks up next to Tonto, which in and of itself was a fantastic figure, and let's wrap up this review. Okay, I gotta tell you, these guys look absolutely fantastic with one another. You know, Tonto was first, and I knew he was a fantastic figure after playing with him for just a few minutes. And I gotta tell you, I really dig the way he stacks up next to the Lone Ranger here. I think they look mighty good together. It's really good to have both a Native American and cowboy figure sort of in my collection. NECA has really outdone themselves, and I'm sad to say that I don't know if they're going to be moving forward with this line after Wave 2 is the exact same two figures with just the mask being off on Lone Ranger and Tonto coming with the birdcage. I would have loved to have seen, maybe one of the bad guys. William Fichter's character would have been fantastic to see in figure form. Maybe even Barry Pepper's character. Or maybe just a 2-pack of just random cowboy bandits would have been pretty fantastic to see in a second wave or a third wave of this line. You know, unfortunately, it is what it is. If these are the only two figures we get out of this franchise, then good on you, NECA. You did a really good job, because these guys are pretty fantastic. So I can't recommend them enough. If you can only pick up one, I would probably say Tonto is probably the better value of the two. But really, it's really your preference, whatever you lean more towards. So if you dug the video, as always, we're going to ask, please like, comment, or subscribe, and be sure to check out all our brand new toy reviews right here on youtube.com/ungrownups. So until next time, peace.